Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is Golden J, and I'm hanging out with
The Rocker Chick
and
J-Dub.
And this is the United States of Paranormal Podcast.
Yes, it is.
Howdy! And how is everybody doing?
I'm doing.
Well, I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I have slept. I've only been off for a couple days on vacation, but I have slept so good. Both nights, I slept all the way through the night. Didn't have to get up to pee. It's unfucking believable. And I'm not even staying up till all wee hours. I'm going to bed at my normal time, getting up at my normal time, but I'm extremely relaxed. Got all my tax stuff done for the Golden Mojo Empire. Got my hairs cut, although they're a little crazy right here in the camera right now. They're a little wild. And
they look like cricket horns.
All right.
It's like this.
And I laid the best deuce I ever had this morning.
Oh, well,
what a day!
What? I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Listen, if I sleep all week, I may not come back. I'm just saying.
That's too damn bad.
Well, that's what the Rocker Chick said, too. Weird. I don't get it.
That's funny. Have you done anything exciting, though, since you've been off?
Oh, well, the big thing I was supposed to do on my first day off was take my mom to her first doctor's appointment, since, the incident in early December. And that was yesterday. And literally, as I'm driving to the appointment, and my sister and my mom are driving from Elkhart because we're separated. My mom's staying with my sister. We're all going to meet. Can you guess what happened?
They canceled it?
They canceled it.
Why?
Apparently somebody was giving birth, so the doctor had to go deliver a baby.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, listen. Golden J was not a happy camper.
Well, why wouldn't a nurse practitioner or somebody been able to step in?
Don't know. Maybe the severity of the diagnosis needs to be given to me by a doctor.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Must not be too severe if they're not in a rush to do it.
Yeah, you would think they would call back and reschedule, but I haven't heard back. So apparently I have to call back and reschedule, which I just didn't give a shit today. I was out doing other things. I had other things on my plate that I wanted to do. So,
and Jeremy's mom was happy that.
Oh my God,
her doctor's appointment got canceled. So
I bet.
Listen, my mom is in the car. I call my sister and I'm like, "Hey, I'm on the way. Are you on the way?" And she's like, "Yeah, we've already left. We're on our way." And I'm like, "It's been canceled." And all of a sudden I hear, "Yay!" And I'm like, "Yay!" And my sister goes, "That wasn't me." So my mom was thrilled that she didn't have to go to the doctor, but we were going to have to reschedule. And and once again, my sister takes time off work to go do this, and it's less than an hour out, so you can't change up. So yeah, I felt bad. I think I was more mad at the fact that we had taken time off work to go do this, and I scheduled it within my vacation time so that I wouldn't have to take an extra time to go do this. And now, God, I don't know where we're going to end up, but it's just, it is what it is, and I understand it. You can't set a clock to give birth, but
Sometimes
still,
people do.
Sometimes they do. That is very true, but it's just aggravating, So we'll get it worked out. Other than that, everything's been. I haven't really done anything. I got a big route to run tomorrow. I got to go see the accountant. Got to go see some insurance things, and then I'm going to go to the King's Buffet. That's right. Flying solo in a buffet, people. Just keep your fingers away from my mouth. That's all I'm saying. Just watch out. It's me, Lisa. Shovel it in like a fucking fat guy. It'll be great. But yeah, other than that, I'll race home to poop. Then after that, it'll be all good.
You do another two.
For the vacation.
Lots of pooping.
Lots of pooping. Hung out with Ozzy this morning. It's just been a good time off. So,
But he likes you being off.
he does. Yeah, he was mad at me when I left to go to get my haircut today, but he got over it. How about you guys? You guys doing okay without me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's been very quiet.
It's me. I bring light to the job. I bring excitement and fun and aggravation and all kinds of shit. Bobbi's still rocking the golden 80s flag behind her.
I am. What the heck's up with that?
Well, we did just record Saturday with me and Frankie Vegas.
All day, right?
Big chunk of it. He was my Valentine.
He was.
We've been working on some TikToks. I'm trying to get some ideas for you guys to do some TikToks with me, but I haven't come up with anything yet. So if you think of something that we can do, let me know.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
I was at an indoor track meet all day Saturday.
Ooh.
How big is that building to be an indoor track meet?
Well, it's Warsaw High School.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah,
It's like college level.
They did build that big training facility, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They are producing NFL players.
Yeah. Well, the track on the inside is, I think it's a half mile.
Okay.
So they have that, and then they have bleachers, and then they have, on the sides of the bleachers, they have these rooms, I guess, with windows all around it so that people can sit in there and watch. And then they have classrooms and a concession stand on the outside.
Huh. They need to put a full grill in there, man. You can get yourself some chicken wings or a hamburger or some shit.
Well, they had hot dogs and brats, but...
Oh, brats are not bad.
I brought the entire grocery store of snacks, though, because the first time we went, I starved all day, and I was not happy. So... yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So.
Ours were band contests where you drive an hour and a half to go to someplace and watch them perform for 6 minutes and then have to jump in the car and drive an hour and a half back.
Yeah, this is like you have to be there. She does 2 races and then he does the shot put. So it starts at 8. They say, oh, this is the time that they're going to be running. So we get there at 10. She doesn't run until 11:30 because they're behind schedule. Mm-hmm. And then her next race, they say, is at noon. But then they get behind schedule again. And then she doesn't run until 2.
Right.
And then they say they will not start the field events until 4. And then they have to warm up until 6. And then they throw. And you don't get home until fucking 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, I'm pissed.
Yeah, because you pretty much wasted your day away watching a bunch of kids you don't know.
Yeah.
Do shit that you don't care about.
Yeah.
Run, little Jimmy! Run! Run faster! You can't play! You got this!
Oh boy.
Oh, that's good stuff, though, man. I mean, at least it's bonding time for you and Sean.
Yeah, it's we look at each other and we're both like,
Oh,
but yeah.
well, at least it's. I got nothing. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. You're stuck in an indoor track facility for fucking 18 hours in a day. That just sucks.
Yeah.
But at least it wasn't nice out.
True. It was nicer, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's not outside track right now.
Right. Well, today would have been a great day for outside track.
Yeah.
Watch Splash in the Mud, but it's like 61 degrees here in northern Indiana in fucking February. In fucking February, I'm telling you right now, I don't even know what's going on.
It's gonna snow this weekend, so get over.
You watch your mouth.
I'll go spank her. Hold on.
You swear at me, rocker chick.
She's a mean one. She's a mean one. Hey, in January, this report came out. Are you ready for this? This is right up your alley. In January, this report came out. German UFO Center receives record number of sightings. Yeah, I know, right? The UFO phenomenon is not just prevalent in the U.S. People across Europe have also reported their own close encounters. Known as the Central Research Network for Extraterrestrial Sky Phenomenons, or the CENAP, Germany's answer to the MUFON, or other UFO reporting centers, has seen more than its typical share of UFO sightings over the last 12 months.
Gross.
They're based out of the south of Frankfurt. The organization is the first port to call for any members of the public who happen to see something unusual in the sky.
Drones.
Listen, we're getting to that point, are we not? Where we got to be really, really careful of what we're seeing, because your fucking nosy ass Karen neighbor is looking over your fence with a fucking drone, and you're like, you're not supposed to be jerking off at that point, and then you are, and she's got you on drone camera, and now you're embarrassed because. Oh wait, that was just me.
No.
A drone would get shot out of our yard.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. Would you shoot at a UFO?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
If it was close, yeah. I wouldn't do anything, but I would.
You'd feel better about it.
Maybe.
But yeah, it just goes on to that Germany is actually seeing an uptick in UFO sightings in, it would be 2025, with 1,348 sightings reported.
Wow.
1,348, J-Dub.
Gross.
Now, times that, how many aliens do you think are on a ship?
I don't care.
What do you want to go? Do you want to go 10, 15? Do you think they have a crew of 100?
I don't know.
How many people were on the ship on Star Trek?
Well, I mean, you had your main cast, which would have been, what were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can think of 8 to 10 that were just on the bridge, let alone that their crew down, manhandling things. Oh, well, Scotty, you got to give me all you got. I'm giving her all I got.
Oh boy.
Well, speed, Mr. Sulu. So yeah, I would imagine there was hundreds in Star Trek that were on that ship. It was a big ship.
I never watched it.
You never watched Star Trek?
No.
The fans of Tusop are now being like, what, J-Dub never watched Star Trek? Not once? Not the next gen? Not the new series?
No.
What, Chris Pine? Was that Chris Pine?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but no.
Leonard Nimoy? I mean, dang. You're missing out. Will Shatner.
Probably not.
All to myself over here.
Hmm.
All right, guys. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a minute and we're going to hear from Perfectly Picked Games.
If you live for deals, you'll love Perfectly Picked Games. We run live auctions twice a week on the Whatnot app. Tuesdays for board games, Fridays for toys, both at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Each show is packed with great picks, awesome prizes, and surprise finds. Whether you're a collector or you just love a good deal, this is your new favorite place to shop. Use code GOLDENMOJO and save 10% on your first purchase.
All right, there you go. Perfectly Picked Games. Go check them out on the Whatnot app. Say hi to Jake. Get on there and you can get in the chat room and you can talk to him. Say, I heard about you on the United States Paranormal. Or Golden Mojo Entertainment. Don't be confused by the flag behind the rocker chick. It's all good. All right, J-Dub. Today, you are going to take us... Are we going rock climbing?
Maybe.
All right.
I'm going to warn everybody. Today, there will be lots of mispronunciations. But don't come at me because I don't care. Are you ready?
We are.
There's a well-known legend that says that somewhere deep beneath Northern California's 14,179-foot tall Mount Shasta is a complex of tunnels and a hidden city called Telos, the ancient city of light for the Lemurians. They were the residents of the mythical lost continent of Lemuria, which met its demise under the waves of the Pacific, or the Indian Ocean, depending on who you ask. Thousands of years ago. Lemurians believed to have survived the catastrophe are said to have settled in Telos, and over the years their offspring have been sporadically reported wandering around the area. 7 feet tall, with long flowy hair, often clad in sandals and white robes.
Oh.
Not like mine.
Were you white robe today, were you?
Lemurians aren't the only unusual figures said to inhabit this standalone stratovolcano, easily seen from Interstate 5 about 60 miles south of the Oregon border. Mount Shasta is believed to be a home base for the lizard people, too. Reptilian humanoids that often reside underground. The mountain is a hotbed of UFO sightings, one of the most recent of which occurred in February of 2020. It was like a saucer-shaped cloud, is what they described it. In fact, the mountain is associated with so many otherworldly, paranormal, and mythical beings, in addition to long-established Native American traditions, that it's almost like a who's who of metaphysics. It has attracted a legion of followers over the years, including poet of the Sierras, Joaquin Miller, and naturalist John Muir, M-U-I-R, as well as religious organizations such as the Ascended Masters, who believe that they're enlightened beings existing in higher dimensions.
Kind of like Golden Jet.
They're kind of like, I would say, like a cult, maybe?
Right. White robes usually give that away.
These myths have long inspired pilgrimages to Mount Shasta by spiritual seekers and tourists from all over and continue to do so today. Various events and festivals are held in the area celebrating spirituality, wellness, and the mystical heritage of the mountain. And some of the stories surrounding the area are quite strange. Reports of unusual sounds, mysterious lights, and encounters with unexplained beings have long been woven into the fabric of the area's legend. Local Native American tribes tell the legends of Skell, a powerful spirit chief who descended from the heavens above to dwell atop Mount Shasta, watching over the land from its towering peak. In 1899, the author Frederick Spencer Oliver released A Dweller on Two Planets, a book that made the extraordinary claim that survivors of a long-lost continent called Lemuria had taken refuge within Mount Shasta, hiding a mystical society from the world above. In 1904, a British prospector named J.C. Brown, working for the Lord Cowdrey Mining Company, reportedly discovered a sloping tunnel under Mount Shasta while mining for gold. Gold. It stretched back 11 miles, leading to what he later described as some ancient underground city. There were strange hieroglyphs, gold artifacts, and giant mummies stretching 10 feet tall or more. Brown kept the secret for decades, but in 1934 he told his story to John C. Root from Stockton, California. Root organized an expedition, but on the day his men and Brown were set to depart, Brown disappeared without a trace. In 1999, an experienced hiker from Orland, California, set out with two good friends to summit Mount Shasta.
That's not supposed to be funny.
During the early morning hours, Carl decided to hike ahead while his companions took a short break. When they passed the bend to catch up with him, they saw he was gone. An exhaustive search took place, but no one ever saw Carl again. No footprints, no gear, and zero sign of a struggle. Some locals whispered about secret tunnels and the legend of Lemuria. It was as if the earth opened up and took him in. You know what that reminds me of? I think it's the second Hills Have Eyes, when the military goes in and does all the stuff in the mountains and people get yeeted through like holes in the mountain and they're like and killing them. That's what it reminds me of. You never know.
Well, my first thought was he would fallen into some sort of trap door type thing.
Maybe.
Because if they were that close and you couldn't, I mean, if it was the extraterrestrial and they went to beam him up, wouldn't they have seen some sort of light or something over top? So
I would think if he fell into something, they would have heard him scream.
Well, maybe the door, maybe it's a quick door where it just snapped back up, and by the time that he realized he was falling and screamed, it was already shut off.
Screamed?
I'm just saying.
And
maybe he had a ball gag in. Maybe they just like put a ball gag in him real quick. He's like, no, you can't say a word.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I got nothing.
In 2011, a young boy, only 3 years old, described being kidnapped near Mount Shasta by an other grandma, someone who looked just like his grandmother but was not her. He was taken to a dusty cave filled with cobwebs, old guns, and antiques, and people with distorted faces. See, hills have eyes, I'm telling you. He was found safe a few hours later, but the tale was strange enough that it made local news. Here are some encounters. Visitors and locals have reported a variety of strange occurrences and encounters on and around the mountain. Often attributed to the Lemurians or other mystical forces. People report brief, sometimes glitch in the matrix style sightings of tall robed figures who vanish suddenly or seem unnoticeable by others. Some locals claim to have seen them shopping in town or walking near the base of the mountain. Mount Shasta is known hotspot for UFO sightings. Many are explained as lenticular clouds, which commonly form around the peak, but local lore speculates these clouds might hide Lemurian or extraterrestrial motherships.
Yeah, the mothership.
Many spiritual seekers report feeling an intense, palpable, told you guys that today's not my day, energy or sensing that the veil between worlds is thinner in the area. Or, they're lightheaded because the air is thinner. Bigfoot sightings are reported in the surrounding forests, sometimes described as guardians of the mountain or interdimensional beings. Other reports include mysterious lights, strange fogs that have stopped forest fires in unexplained ways, and even reports of spirit beings or ascended masters. The area continues to attract spiritual pilgrims and those interested in high strangeness, contributing to its reputation as one of the most mysterious places in the United States. I found this true story of this dad and his son going hiking on Mount Shasta. So they didn't have a name to give credit to, but here it is.
Okay.
If it's yours, credit for you.
Shout us out, United States Paranormal at gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay. I went on a little hiking trip with my dad to Shasta, California, a small town in Northern California near the Oregon border. Shasta is home to a potentially active volcano named, of course, Mount Shasta. There are many trails on Mount Shasta, so my father and I were excited to do some hiking. We drove up the side of the mountain to the parking lot in which one of the trails begins. I believe it was called the Old Ski Bowl Trail. The landscape was a very barren incline filled with rocks, boulders, dirt, and very few trees. About an hour into the trail, we came across a very odd assembly of these large boulders. They were arranged in a circle. We thought it was strange, but we continued on. If you look up pictures of the trail, you'll see much smaller rocks arranged in patterns and circles. My father and I only encountered 3 people. At least that's what they appeared to be at first. The first 2 were a father and son. We met them on a steep incline that went along the wall of a cliff that would then switch back as it reached the top of the cliff. We stopped and said hello, talked about the trail, and then went our separate ways. Here's where it gets weird. His word. Their words. I don't know. Dad and I kept walking up the incline for just about 2 minutes. For some reason, I turned around and I saw the father and son so far down the trail. It should have taken at least 20 minutes to get down to where they were. But somehow they were that far in only about 2 minutes. To this day, I have absolutely no idea how that could have happened. There was no one else on the trail at that point, and I could see the color of their clothes from that distance. So I knew it was them. I pointed it out to my dad, and he thought it was weird, but we didn't dwell on it, so we kept going. And here is where it gets much weirder.
Much weirder.
Much weirder. As we reached the top of the cliff, there was another strange rock arrangement that was off to the side of the trail. This time, there were far more rocks than before, and they were now arranged in rows, almost like gravestones. We continued on the trail and reached another sort of incline with a switchback to reach the top of another cliff. We reached a point where we would need climbing gear to continue, so we decided to head back. When we turned around, I saw a man standing among the rocks, staring at us. He was wearing a button-up shirt, cargo shorts, and a wide-brimmed straw hat. He was at a distance where I should have been able to make out his facial features, but it was almost as if he had none. Like his face was just flesh and skin. I pointed him out to my dad, and then the man quickly ducked down behind a boulder and was peering out at us over the top of the boulder. It seemed almost playful, like a child trying to hide. For a few moments, I was out of it, and I have no recollection of what was going on. According to my dad, I just started walking towards the man in the hat. My dad was calling to me, "Joshua! Josh! What are you doing? Where are you going?" And then I came to. I was standing right at the edge of a cliff. It was a huge drop, enough to kill me or seriously injure me. My dad grabbed me and pulled me back to the trail. He told me to stay put, and my dad went down to the boulders to search for the man, but he wasn't there. There was nowhere for him to go except up or down the trail. It didn't make any sense. He just disappeared. I have no idea what was going on that trail, and I have no explanation for it. I've told this many times to family and friends, and no one has an explanation. They think you're crazy. I've done research and found similar stories about encounters with a man with no facial features wearing a hat. I've also read that the Native American tribes from the area viewed Mount Shasta as a holy site. They believe it could act as a portal to other dimensions, and that it is guarded by spirits who would potentially harm anyone who tried to go up to the volcano.
Interesting.
Wow. So, in my original thought process is that when you're hiking, time kind of it's very easy to lose track of time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think you're hiking for a couple minutes, you could have been hiking for 30 and not even realized it. And if you turned around and saw those two people that far down, it would just be a matter of a time glitch in your brain. You know, it's like, we've only been walking a couple minutes. They shouldn't be that far. But in turn, you probably have really walked 20 to 30 minutes and didn't really realize it because. But I don't know how to explain the stuff on the top of the mountain or up in that area. That's bizarre.
Well, the air is so thin up there too, and if you're not used to it, I mean,
Right.
People hallucinate, they black out, stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not saying
100%.
that's what happened, but that's what
Right.
I've heard.
I totally get it because you do. I mean, that I was watching a video the other day of a kid that went to one of those summits just to stay the night in the shelter on top of the mountain. And it was literally a 4x4 building, octagon building, but it wasn't very big. And he had to chip the snow and ice off of it just to be able to open the door.
Dang.
And I was watching this, and I'm just in disbelief of why anybody would want to just go do that. I mean, he hiked up, and that's where he slept for whatever he slept. He didn't sleep much, is what he said, and then he hiked back down. And I thought, that's insane to think that that's something people enjoy doing.
Yeah. Not me.
And he talked a lot about on the way up about the lack of oxygen. You could tell that the air was getting thinner the higher he got up, and so on and so forth. But The only thing that I could take away from it was that view was fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, when he got up in the morning and just walked out, because he couldn't see anything because the snow was blowing so hard. But the morning it was just calm, and he just had this amazing view, and it was pretty crazy. But
Well, that's like we were watching the show Alone, where all these people that go out and they're like survivalists, where they take these people and drop them in remote locations. And this one, they were in like Canada, all the way up, almost, all the way up there. And this one guy was like, my nose won't stop bleeding. My nose won't stop bleeding. And Sean was like, that's because the air is so dry and thin that it's drying your nose out.
Right.
So yeah.
I've watched some of that. You watch Alone quite a bit, haven't you?
Yep.
And they usually drop them in the warmer climate, and then they have to get into that the winter and have to be prepared for all that. And I don't know, man. I don't think I could ever do it. It would not be in my repertoire. I'd be hitting that. I'd be making that call. You can come get me now.
Well,
I've been here for 3 days. I'm done.
Yeah. I really think, hiking's great and all, but I went trail riding one time at Salamone, and we got lost. And it's the worst feeling. I was on a horse, and it was just awful. And I couldn't walk for the next week.
But we went trail hiking in southern Indiana, and somebody tried to kill me, and I had to almost eat a turtle to survive. I know exactly what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It's
you need to take a grocery store worth of snacks.
Backpack. Yeah, exactly. I got my butterscotch pudding and some Nutri-Grain bars,
beef jerky,
Oreos. But you talk about the mountain. We talked about the mountain, and that there's a civilization. They think there's a civilization underneath it. Somebody found that tunnel or whatever, and they were going to go back. He was going to take those people back to it so they could see it, and then he just disappeared. Yeah, he's not supposed to give that secret away. That's why he survived that. And I'll guarantee that when they found out he was going to bring more people there, it was over. But what better place than a volcano to have a civilization down there? Because you have the warmth of the volcano to help grow, the greenery and all that. It just seems logical to have a hidden civilization in the bottom of a volcano.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you are staying away from the lava and shit. But obviously, have you ever seen the actual eruption of Mount St. Helens? They have it on video.
I think I have.
It is one of the most bizarre, spectacular things you'll ever see. And you can go check out Golden 80s because me and Frankie covered Mount St. Helens in an earlier episode. So if you want to go check that out. But it was really interesting how it collapsed on the one side and then it blew out. And there's an explanation that I don't remember at this point of why that all happened. But once again, so much stuff goes on underneath of these volcanoes and stuff like that. I think that having a lost civilization of an indigenous tribe that lives there is one of the most easiest things to comprehend than most everything else we talk about on here.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels right, people. It just feels right. I like it. Would you live in it? Would that be someplace you'd be happy to live?
Probably not.
No, let's think. No pollution, no air traffic, no cars. It's just a mellow way of life. A little farming, get some corn and some tomatoes. Maybe
tomatoes?
Some titmaters. I don't know. Some tomatoes. And they would
He's
grow.
been by himself all day. You can tell. Okay?
Ozzy don't talk back much. He just looks at me. It gives me the people's eyebrow. You know? Yeah, that one right there. Very good, though. Very good.
Yes.
Mount Shasta. And where was that at again? It's in the United States, right? California. I'm going to send Billy and Tina there to see what happens.
And if you haven't seen The Hills Have Eyes 2, go watch it and then let me know, because they're snatching people through these little holes where they push the boulder over and they grab them and they shut it, and then nobody knows where they went.
You'll just have to tell me about it. I mean, I probably won't watch it.
Oh, I know you won't. It'll scare you.
I've been sleeping really well. I've been sleeping really, really well. I don't want to watch it and then be up all night thinking somebody's going to snatch me from underneath my bed. I had an interesting dream last night about Bigfoot. Not that I remember much of it, but I know that I was having a dream about Bigfoot. We were friends. Yeah. I was loving it.
Nice.
Me and Bigfoot. Which reminds me, we're on our way to Townsend in early May for the birthday bash, Bigfoot's birthday bash, the Bigfoot festival. I'm so excited. We will report back on that after that event, obviously. Maybe I'll shoot some video while I'm down there.
Do it.
It'd be fun. Absolutely. You know, if you don't know, then you don't know. But there was a timestamp early on when the story started, so rewind back to that,
or just get over it.
Yeah. Also, go check out our Patreon. We'd love to have you on Patreon. You can see all of our beautiful faces and this crazy ass haircut that I got. That's insane. Let's look at that. Anyway, check us out on Patreon. That is patreon.com/2sop. And as always, all the best merch in the world is at the UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good job, J-Dub, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. Until next week, keep it spooky. And I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at UnitedStatesOfParanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. Golden 80s, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys, wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.